This was some disrespectful, tone deaf, hypocritical, entertaining, amazing content. When I think about it, this show pissed me off so much, but damn, it was entertaining. So the original show of Squid Games at the time was one of the most popular shows in TV streaming history. A series that showed how evil the rich can be, while also showing how desperate the poor can be. We got a creative show putting over 400 people playing deadly classic children games in hopes of earning millions of dollars. As evil and messed up as that show was, we were all quickly reminded that we live in a capitalistic society, and all the messages from that TV show means absolutely nothing. I could not believe that they were actually bold enough to make this show in real life, and what pissed me off the most is that I actually liked it. This was such good bad TV. It's kind of like Love is Blonde. I hate that I like that show. But speaking about the reality show, we see 456 players from around the world come together for the opportunity to win $4.5 million, and the way this show started off was terrible to me. I thought it was so corny and over the top that production was trying to make this all seem real. Like the staging of the players getting picked up in the van at the beginning was so corny to me, showing all the bodyguards in a room with the computers. I watched like 5 minutes of episode 1 and I was about to turn this off, but I at least wanted to give this a fair chance. The red light green light set looked amazing, and I couldn't imagine seeing that giant doll in real life. So watching them play the game, I was wondering how they do it and track the players. Netflix has a behind the scenes episode explaining the show and how the suits had trackers and they used all these different cameras. Maybe I'm stupid, but at first I thought it was like crew members somewhere high up in a room and they were looking down shooting the contestants with paintball guns. I would have loved to have had that job, but watching the behind the scenes, they show how each tracksuit had these pouches and they would explode once every player got eliminated. Because watching red light green light, I was like, why are they shooting these people in the neck? The way this show starts off, it was so over dramatic. Like people were falling down acting like they really got shot. People were crying. Like, I get it, it sucks you lost out on $4.5 million, but fam, you are going home. If I was on this show, I'm lying to everyone. It was a moment early on in episode 1 where 2 players had the option to eliminate 1 player. I would have done the same thing. Once that player did get eliminated, it was other contestants talking about, oh, if I had that option, I would have never done that. Y'all are much better people than me. The set design for this show was incredible. All the rooms for the games, the dorm with all the beds looked amazing. Seeing that cookie game done in real life was even crazier, and having to watch that dude gag and almost throw up was so hard to watch. If I was in his shoes and I had no other choice but to get that umbrella shape, I would have told my entire line to shut the hell up, because me giving myself at least a 1% chance to do that umbrella correctly is better than giving myself 0% chance and just going home. But they had so many twists in the show that kept grabbing my attention. Like when they brought that random phone into the room, that guy that got eliminated was a fucking idiot. Like that's the best lie you could come up with, that they got extra desserts. They had another twist where they had like 4 or 5 contestants come up and they had to open a Jack in the Box. The last girl that had to eliminate 3 players was a savage. She picked 2 of the same players that I would have picked if I was in her position. I'm a hater, so I also would have got rid of that black dude who just got the advantage, would have got him out of there. And then old man Rick Player 232, that's my guy, that's my dog. He seems like such a good person. I would have sent his ass home too. And then the third player that I would have got rid of was a guy's mom. I believe her number was 302. I think her name was Leanne. She was one of my favorite players on the show. I was actually rooting for her, but they had an unfair advantage. They even mentioned it in one of the episodes. I would have packed her up too. The Battleship was my favorite game because it was new and I want to play that in real life. The way they did this set was amazing, and now I know what I'm buying if I ever get rich. The marble game, that would have been no problem for me. People were crying. I would have been talking to them like Dave Chappelle when he was playing video games with that little boy who had cancer or whatever. I would have been like, here, grab your sticks, come on, let's go. But overall, this is a pretty entertaining show. I still want to know where the players went when they fell during that glass floor game. Where did they go? The contestants on this show gave me hope and showed me that there are still good people in this world, but when it came down to that dice game, it is no way in hell I'm nominating myself. Also, the way that people were defending Ashley in this show pissed me off so much. I was right there with mine. Ashley not passing Trey during that glass floor game and then everyone happily passing her made me so angry. And then they tried to make Ma look like she was the bad guy when she was the only one on this show with common sense. During that dice game, I would have been plotting for Ashley too. And then they had the game where they had to put this gift on a person's desk, and this man Phil managed to guess the correct person twice, and the way he did it made him look like such a boss. I was so happy that he got Ashley eliminated, and the confidence in which this man was pointing at people, you can just tell he snitched before. And then they got to the final dinner, and I was so happy that Phil and Maya won because player 16 was making a lot of weird comments. Also, I'm a rock, paper, scissors champion. I bust out laughing when I saw that was the final game. I was so glad that Maya won because, like I said, once we got down towards the end of the game, she was the only one with common sense. I'm not a very emotional person, so I feel like that's the reason why I gravitated to her. She was the only one making sound, logical decisions. This man TJ was pussy whipped, and she ain't even like him like that. And so the fact that TJ was a guy that basically kept saving her makes the whole situation even funnier. But this was a good, interesting show. My favorite players were Mai, Old Man Rick, Mama 302, and B. I couldn't believe it because she called it, and then she actually threw a 6. For the players that I couldn't stand, Ashley for what she did during the glass floor, Brighton, I think that's his name, the college football player, he was such a dick, TJ for being overly positive, and outside of Old Man Rick, I wanted to throw up every time they did that Gambu gang or whatever. I hated all of them. The set production once again was amazing. I hated a lot of the cast at first, but it was some good, interesting storylines. I hated the film production in terms of trying to make it realistic in a way. Like the shots of the security guards walking into the dorm and the close-ups of the guard's face were clearly shot at a completely different time. But like I said, I enjoyed this show. They say that filming wrapped up in February, and Maya recently said that she hasn't received a single dime yet. Bruh. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We talk about a bunch of different things on this channel. What are your thoughts on this show? Who was your favorite character? What was your favorite moment? And are you like me? Did you feel weird morally watching this show? Let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. Tell someone you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.